Hey, my lovelies, here is a recording of how I spent my Sunday. This is also my first voiceover. So, as you guys can see, him and I are clearing up the work area. I wouldn't call it a Christmas cleaning because it's actually a part of my house project. But since it's that time, we could call this Christmas cleaning. So, after we clear up the work area, he started doing some drafting and calculation in his mind. I was standing around waiting to be useful, and I decided to sit and just be cute until he was ready for my assistance. And then finally, I started getting involved. I mean, I wasn't doing much then, but I just wanted to feel like I wasn't just there to look cute, like I actually wanted to do something. So he made me help him hold his boat against the wall so that he can get some measurements before we started doing the cutting. Also, he kept yelling, push the top, push it harder. So that's what I was doing. After that, I was ordered to prepare the table for cutting. So I brought in the wood and I also got the level and whatever. And yes, ordered is the perfect choice of word because he wasn't playing. So this is him encouraging me to cut the board using the saw for the first time. And I was like, okay, I'll try. And he keeps saying, look at the back, look at the front, keep it straight, hold it up, then you push it down. I hope he's not upset about this. But I honestly feel like I was under a lot of pressure and I still went through with it. Yay me, look. So he was telling me about what I didn't do right and what I was supposed to do, but I was laughing all along. Anyways, I was like, okay, done with the saw. What do you want me to do? I have say his exact word, right? His exact word was, grab the hammer, gal. I could put the board in where you just cut. So I was like, okay, sure. So I started doing that. I needed to use some strength. Please don't watch the way I'm holding the hammer. I was doing my thing. And then I decided, you know what? Let me show these guys. So I had to have it at the center of whatever mark is there. And then I nailed it in so it set flush. That was his word. He kept saying, it have to be flush. After I was through with that, he decided to let me cut again. You know what I liked about him? He was very persistent to get me to do it the right way. Or maybe he just really liked having me as his grasshopper. But he had me do my own measurement, mark the board, and he said, you're going to do it on your own. He couldn't even leave me to do it on my own. So look at me now. I'm preparing myself to get this thing done. Like he said, I don't know what that thing is called at the bottom of the saw. But he was telling me to push that back and do this, do that. So I was doing my own little... Look, he couldn't even leave me alone. He came and he was like, set it the right way. And then there, he's pressuring me. He was saying, push harder, push. I wasn't even told that in labor. And here we go. He was like, you're not doing it the right way, Santia. Let me show you. So he was doing his little mansplaining and what's not. And I was there like, okay, yeah, whatever. And I keep smiling like I couldn't take it seriously because he was being stern with me and I found that funny. I was trying to defend my point. Like I was pushing it. He was like, no, push the thing like this. Still laughing. I could not take him serious. Anyway, so we tried to measure the board and something was wrong. He was like, oh, another piece needs to be chipped off. So I was like, all right, okay. He asked me to do it, like still having all this faith in me. See what I said, guys? Persistent to get me to do this thing. So I was like, okay, of course he wouldn't leave me to do it on my own. Look, he can't help it. So I marked it again and I was preparing to cut. So I was like, okay, let me do it this time. You see my hand gesture? That was like, okay, let me do it this time. And look at him. Just can't stay away. He was telling me to pull back that thingy, whatever that is. Yes, he was telling me to do it that way. I didn't like to do it that way though. So he had to make certain that the saw was set exactly on the line. He kept saying, look at the front, look at the back. I was so confused. Like, where do you want me to look? He said you have to look at the front and look at the back. So he wanted to ensure that it was aligned. So I started the machine. I was like, yes, it was aligned. Let me do this now. I thought I was about to do my thing, but he was like, no, 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 stop, 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 Cynthia, stop, stop, stop. So I just kept going anyways. And he was like, no, stop. That's when he yelled, stop. And I stopped. He was like, let me do it. Watch and learn. Look at how I do it. See, it has to be aligned. See, I'm looking at the front, I'm looking at the back. Look at it. Look. So I was looking and he did his thing. I was like, oh, whatever. I could have done that too. But you won't allow me. You're confusing me. You keep saying look at the front and look at the back. This boy was about to stress me over some cutting and alignment and how to hold a saw. So he was like, calm down. I have a drink for you. So I filled that up in my favorite cup, Demon Slayer, Nezuko, yes. So his exact words to me, right, was, take a drink, gal, calm your nerves, and then we'll try again. So I take my sip. It was cold and refreshing. And then I got rid of the bottle. I looked at the camera like, oh my gosh, they're going to say I'm drinking. I just me about to get comfortable with my cup and this drink, and he's like, put that down. Come help me. Don't get comfortable. We have to finish this. So they're like, okay, fine. Back into work mode. And so I'd help him again line up this thing once again to ensure that everything is aligned. Well, his favorite word was flush. He keep asking, if flush, push up the bottom. So we cut another board for whatever reason in his mind. And then I was making fun because he said, see how I push it? So I was showing him I could push it. He was doing his mind calculation again and then summed up that I need to cut another board. This time, he said, do it the right way that I taught you to, the way that I showed you. So I did my thing. Of course, he's saying, make sure you line up. Make sure you're right on the mark. And I was like, okay, I got this one. And I start my thing. And he was right there looking, waiting for me to mess up. But guess what, dude? I did not mess this one up. See, look. See, I'm taking it down and I'm pushing. Yay. I was so freaking proud of myself. This was me asking him, did I do good? And he was like, yes, you did good. Look at the board in a proud moment. So finally, after all the pressure of cutting, it's about time to seal off this part. So I started nailing my thing. So my job was to nail this off. So I'm getting up the ladder. Oh, look at this ladder, guys. This is not your typical extension or step ladder, okay? This is a homemade ladder. I don't know exactly what tree the sides are from or what exact wood is used for the step. But this thing's strong, okay? I made to climb up the ladder like I never have faith in it, but I just because I never want to miss a step. Because even though I don't wear my glasses, my eye could still fail me. So now I'm just getting down the ladder because the supervisor, or should I say El Professor, told me, come down now and put the ladder in the middle and put more nail on that side. So I'm collecting my nails now. I'm centering my ladder like he told me to, and then I take my time and get up because of course I don't want to miss a step. So this is actually my favorite part because there aren't any pressures here. Like he just left me. All I had to do was just nail it. It might look like I don't know how to hold a hammer, but I didn't want to bend the nail. I want it to be neat. So I was doing my thing while he was there, sitting and taking a drink. So he was playing along with my vlogging until after a while he was like, okay, enough. This is not a vlogging session. Here's your camera. So I got down and he wanted me to end the vlog. I did a couple more nails. Still have the camera running. But he was like, all right, you had a couple minutes of vlogging and getting content, but it's time for you to stop it now. So I was like, why so uptight? Like, let me help you loosen. And then after this, I started goofing around. I started doing a lot of silly dances like that. Stripper dance. And that. He didn't even pay me any mind because he didn't have time for my shenanigans. I was like, end this, bye.